Okay, part two. So I added Birdman behind me because I'm going to mention Birdman a lot in this video. So let's get back into it. So where I ended off, there was a musical number of Beyond the Lights, and I was a huge fan of that movie. It does get released on DVD and Blu-ray on February 24th, which is just a few days, and I plan on getting it. I highly recommend that you check it out as well. It is one of the most underrated films of last year, and I'm glad it was at least nominated for something. Alright, then we moved on to, which I thought was a great performance. I never really heard of that woman before, so I might check her out, but I think that was a great song, and I'm glad it was nominated. So they gave out a few nominations. I think after that I went right into something else, Best Special Effects, and I was really hoping it would be Guardians of the Galaxy. To me, that was the best special effects event of the year. I know Interstellar was great and it won and it deserves it, blah, 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 blah. It was great special effects, and yeah, anyways, I can't deny that it was pretty awesome. So when the best animated feature were announced, I didn't see all of them, and now by the award show happen, I actually got to see all of them. And if I would pick one, it would be Song of the Sea. It was a great film, since the Lego Movie, sadly, is not nominated. And of course, it's Big Hero 6. They just love Disney so much. Last year was Frozen. But I would say, at least with this situation, Big Hero 6 is a good movie. I can't say that much about Frozen. So we'll have to see. I think we'll probably get a Pixar movie next year, because we're getting 2 Pixar movies in 2015. So the president of the Academy talked again. And she's the one that said dick poop. I was really hoping, she had an okay speech, that she would say dick poop again, but of course that didn't happen. Oh well. Anyways, cinematography. So happy that Birdman won. Of course, the same guy who also won for Gravity. But Roger Deakins has been nominated 1,000 bazillion, bazillion, million times, and he's never won, sadly. And I hope someday he does. He deserves it. Give him something, you know, maybe an honorary Oscar, because the guy's just one of the best cinematographers ever. Of course, the memorial part, I always love it. It's just one of my favorite parts to see everybody who's worked in that business and has passed on, whether I knew them or not. What I mean is, you know, heard of them or not. But my friend mentioned me a few hours later that they didn't mention Joan Rivers. I know she was a comedian, but she also acted. She was in Spaceballs, her voice at least, and she was great in it. And kind of sad that Joan Rivers was not mentioned in the memorial. Whatever. Then Jennifer Hudson sang. What more can you say? She's a great singer. It was a great performance. Happy that Best Editing went to Whiplash, another Whiplash award for that really small film that could and would and did. Great editing, and for me that was the best ending of any movie last year. Check out Whiplash. I'm not too surprised about the documentary win for Citizen 4. It's a great film, and if you're someone who makes documentaries, it's just capturing magic in a bottle, especially what they captured. I would have picked Last Days in Vietnam, but still happy that Citizen 4 got won, and also we're going to get a Citizen 4 movie of some kind from Oliver Stone, I think sometime this year, or maybe next. I think it's the perfect kind of subject matter for that guy. After that, Neil Patrick Harris made a joke about treason, about Edward Snowden and treason, and I thought that was one of the few jokes that really hit its mark and was quite funny. Then the song that would go on to win Best Original Song, Glory from Selma. Of course, it was one of 2, so it didn't really surprise me that movie actually won. But I might surprise some people and say that I don't like that song. I didn't like it when I first heard it at Selma. I love Selma, and I think it's just an amazing film that should have got showered with many nominations. But for that, some reason, that song just came off to me as pretentious and really annoying. I don't know. It didn't work for me. It might have worked for you, and that's okay. But for me, I don't think it deserved it. If I would have picked any song to win, it would have been Everything Is Awesome, because that performance was the best performance of the show, and it was a great song, and I'm never going to get that out of my head. So if a song like Let It Go can win last year, and that I didn't like that song, Let It Go, Chad, then I think Everything Is Awesome could have won, and should have won, and whatever. Moving on. but I'm glad Selma got recognized for everything, and the same can be said about all the films that were nominated for Best Picture. Everybody got recognized for something. I love that John Travolta has a sense of humor about what he did last year, and him and Idina Menzel got together and had a little bit before they gave away whatever award that they gave away. So that was really nice, and I enjoyed that. That was, you know, just, hey, okay, cool that John Travolta is aware of social media and everything that's going on in the world, and that it's okay that we all made fun of him because he can take that joke, and I appreciate that as well for a very weird and interesting guy that he is. And I like John Travolta. He's hit or miss, but I like him. Another one of my favorite, probably my second favorite moment of the show that didn't involve really any awards. Of course, the first one would be Everything is Awesome. But I loved the moment when they honored the 50th anniversary of The Sound of Music. I didn't expect that. It kind of was the only other montage of the movie where they showed clips and songs. And then Lady Gaga surprised the hell out of me. I've always been a fan of Lady Gaga, but she surprised me with such class and reverence for that classic film and its music, and she pulled off an amazing performance. It made a fan out of my mother for the moment. She doesn't really like Lady Gaga. It's not her kind of her music, different generation. But she loved Lady Gaga's performance of The Sound of Music, that great collaboration of music and her amazing voice. And I love the dress. I loved her dress. Not the dress that she walked into the award show, but the dress that she did during that performance. And then Julie Andrews came out. It was great to see her. I'm happy that Birdman won Best Original Screenplay, and that Imitation Game won Best Adapted Screenplay. And I think the guy that wrote the screenplay for Imitation Game was a great speech about being yourself, be weird, and was passing that on. I really liked that. When Birdman won Best Director, I was thinking, wow, this might happen. Birdman might win Best Picture. I love Boyhood. It's number 15 on my top 30 of the best films of 2014. I love it. I'm not one of those people that are all upset and think it sucks and overrated, and fine with anybody who believes that. But for me, I think it is a great film, and I was happy, but I didn't want it to win. I really didn't want it to win. I wanted Birdman to win. But right before Birdman won Best Picture, after winning Best Director, Neil Patrick Harris had this running joke going through the entire thing. If you watch the show, then you know. And all I'll say is I thought the payoff was kind of good. Kinda. It was kind of clever or whatever. I don't know how it worked or whatever. I don't get it. Whatever. It's kind of like whatever. I like Neil Patrick Harris. I thought he did a good job. Before I conclude with Boyhood, not Boyhood, but Birdman, I thought Neil Patrick Harris did a decent job at the award show. It wasn't great. It wasn't like last year with Ellen DeGeneres. I think she was just dead. So many other amazing bits and stuff like that. But I thought Neil Patrick Harris did a okay job, a decent job, and maybe he'll return, maybe he won't. Maybe he said, I did it once, and then I'll go back and I'll do something else. Now, let's talk about Birdman. Of course, it's in the background. It came on Blu-ray last week. I bought it. And I'm still shocked and surprised and happy and shocked and happy and so happy. And but I say I'm happy. I forgot to mention, Julianne Moore and Eddie Redmayne winning their respectful Oscars. There's no surprise there, even though I want to see Michael Keaton win, but still Alice is the best film of 2014 in my opinion, and Julianne Moore deserved to win, and I'm glad she did. But Birdman. Okay, Birdman, just, I can't believe it. I can't believe the Academy honored a movie like that. It just shocks the hell out of me. It's something that they would rather pick something like Selma or Boyhood or The Imitation Game or The Theory of Everything or any of those other films I thought would win over Birdman. Birdman is so out there weird. It's not for everyone. It's going to turn some people off. But I think if you really appreciate and love cinema and everything that it has to offer, Birdman has everything in it. Great acting, great cinematography, great direction, great writing, an amazing cast, awesome location. 1 minute you're sad, 1 minute you're happy, 1 minute you're going, I can't believe that just happened, another minute you're just like, I was blown away by the way the movie looked, the movie felt, and I know I've talked about Birdman. I'm just shocked that it went home with that many Oscars, 4 Oscars, but I'm also happy that every film that got nominated for Best Picture took home gold. Took home the little man. And congratulations to all of them. In the comment box below, what did you think of the award show? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it's just more of the same? Did you like Neil Patrick Harris, or is he just needs to do something else? But I liked him. I don't think it was a great hosting performance. There was a few times I wish there was more, I don't know, more funny bits and maybe some montages with him incorporated in him. I don't know. I know that it looks like they were trying to do something different, but in the end, this review's going over 10 minutes. And with the commercials, the Oscar award show, I don't know if this is a record. I'll have to find out what it is without the commercials. But with the commercials, the Oscars was 3 hours and 42 minutes. So that was pretty long. So I'm going to shut up now. Thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. Live film, everybody, and also be good to yourselves and to others. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Peace be with you.